Hey Pisces, I just had to sit down and share this reading with you because what came through today absolutely blew my mind. I was shuffling my cards this morning, thinking about all my Pisces souls out there, and the energy that came through was so intense, so powerful, that I literally had to put the cards down for a moment and just breathe. You know that feeling when you know something big is happening in the universe? That is exactly what I am experiencing right now as I connect with your energy. There is this massive wave of justice rolling toward you. And honestly, it feels like the universe has been building up to this moment for months, maybe even years. I want you to get comfortable because what I am about to share with you is going to validate so much of what you have been sensing, what you have been feeling in your bones, but maybe could not quite put into words. You know how us Pisces, we feel everything, right? We pick up on energies that others completely miss. And lately, you have been feeling this shift, this change in the cosmic winds. Let me tell you what happened when I asked the universe about your situation. I specifically asked about that person. You know exactly who I am talking about. The one who has been avoiding you, the one who hurt you, the one who made you question your own intuition. I asked the universe to show me why they have been acting so strange, why they cannot seem to face you. And what I discovered will absolutely astound you. But first, I need you to understand something crucial. As Pisces, we often blame ourselves when relationships go wrong. We think maybe we were too sensitive, maybe we cared too much, maybe we should have been stronger. I am here to tell you right now that none of what happened was your fault. The cards are showing me a completely different story, and it is a story of someone who has been carrying a burden so heavy that they cannot even look you in the eye. The first card that practically jumped out of my deck was the Eight of Swords, and when I saw this card, I got actual chills. This card represents restriction, feeling trapped, and being caught in a web of your own making. But here's the thing. This is not about you feeling trapped. This is about them feeling trapped by their own actions, their own choices, their own deceptions. I can see this person so clearly in my mind's eye, and they are absolutely tormented by what they did to you. They wake up thinking about it. They go to bed thinking about it. And every time they consider reaching out to you, they are overwhelmed by shame and guilt. The Eight of Swords shows someone who is mentally imprisoned by their own conscience, and that is exactly what is happening here. You see, when someone genuinely cares about another person and they hurt that person, especially through deception or betrayal, it creates this internal prison. They know they were wrong, they know they caused you pain, but they feel so ashamed of their actions that they would rather avoid you completely than face the truth of what they have done. This avoidance you have been experiencing, it is not because they do not care about you. It is actually the opposite. They care so much that they cannot bear to see the hurt in your eyes, the hurt that they caused. The Eight of Swords is showing me that they are completely paralyzed by their own guilt and shame. I keep getting this image of them scrolling through old messages from you, looking at photos you two shared, thinking about all the good times you had together, and then being hit with this wave of regret so intense that they physically feel sick. This is someone who knows they lost something precious, something they may never get back, all because of choices they made in a moment of weakness or fear or selfishness. The energy around this Eight of Swords is so heavy, so suffocating, and I can feel how this person is barely able to function normally because the weight of their secret, the weight of what they did to you, is crushing them. They put on a brave face for the world, they pretend everything is fine, but inside they are falling apart. And here is what makes this even more intense. The universe is amplifying their internal suffering because cosmic justice demands that those who cause pain must feel pain. The law of karma is not just some abstract concept. It is a real force that ensures balance is restored. And right now, this person is experiencing the full weight of that universal law. Moving deeper into this reading, the next card that appeared was the King of Pentacles, and this completely shifted the energy. This is not just about someone feeling guilty. This is about someone who has material power, financial resources, or social influence, and they use that power in a way that hurt you. The King of Pentacles can represent someone in a position of authority, someone older, someone with established wealth or business connections. This person may have made promises to you about financial security, business opportunities, or material support, and then they either reneged on those promises or used their position to manipulate or control you. I am getting such strong energy around broken financial promises or business betrayals. Did this person offer to help you with money, investments, a business venture, or career advancement, only to pull the rug out from under you at the last minute? The King of Pentacles reversed would show someone who abuses their material power, who makes promises they have no intention of keeping, who dangles opportunities in front of others only to snatch them away. There is also this energy of someone who flaunted their wealth or success in front of you, making you feel like you needed their approval or support to succeed, and then they used that power dynamic to control or manipulate your relationship. This could be a boss, a business partner, an older romantic partner, or even a family member who has financial influence over others. The reason they are avoiding you now is because they know that what they did was not just personally hurtful, it was also ethically wrong, possibly even legally questionable. If this person made business agreements with you that they violated, if they promised financial support that they withdrew unfairly, if they used their position of power to take advantage of you, they are now terrified that you might take action against them. I keep seeing this person in expensive clothes, in nice offices, driving luxury cars, living this outwardly successful life. But inside, they are constantly looking over their shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop. They know that their actions towards you could damage their reputation, their business relationships, their standing in their community if the truth came out. The King of Pentacles energy is also showing me that this person surrounds themselves with material possessions as a way to feel powerful and secure, but all of that external wealth cannot protect them from the internal knowing that they compromised their integrity when they dealt with you. They may have gained materially from whatever they did, but they lost something much more valuable in the process: their peace of mind and their self-respect. This is where the universe gets really interesting, because people who abuse material power always think they can buy their way out of consequences, but karmic justice does not accept bribes. The universe has its own accounting system, and every debt will be collected with interest. The third card that came through was the Six of Cups, and this completely changed the emotional tone of the reading. The Six of Cups is all about the past, childhood memories, innocence, and deep emotional connections that go back in time. This tells me that your connection with this person is not surface level. It goes much deeper than a casual relationship or recent acquaintance. I am feeling such strong past life energy around this connection. You and this person have definitely known each other before, in previous lifetimes, and you have played out similar patterns of connection, separation, betrayal, and reconciliation across multiple incarnations. The Six of Cups often appears when souls are working through ancient karma, trying to heal old wounds that have been carried from lifetime to lifetime. In this current incarnation, you two were drawn together by this powerful soul recognition. When you first met, there was probably an immediate feeling of familiarity, like you had known each other forever. There may have been an instant comfort level, an ability to be completely yourself around this person in a way that felt rare and special. The Six of Cups is showing me beautiful memories between you two, times when you felt completely understood, completely accepted, completely loved. I can see you both laughing together, sharing dreams and hopes, supporting each other through difficult times. There were moments of pure joy and connection that felt almost magical, like you two existed in your own little world where nothing else mattered. This person was able to bring out a childlike wonder in you, a playfulness and spontaneity that maybe you had lost touch with in other relationships. They made you feel safe enough to be vulnerable, to show your true self without fear of judgment. The Six of Cups represents that kind of innocent, pure love that touches the very core of who we are. But here's where it gets complicated, because the Six of Cups can also represent someone who is stuck in the past, unable to move forward, unable to grow beyond old patterns and programming. While you were growing and evolving, this person may have been trying to keep your relationship frozen in time, unable to handle the deeper commitment and responsibility that comes with mature love. The childhood energy of the Six of Cups can sometimes manifest as emotional immaturity, an inability to take responsibility for mistakes, a tendency to run away when things get difficult instead of facing problems head-on. This person may have loved you in their own way, but they were not emotionally equipped to handle the depth of connection you two shared. I keep getting this sense that they sabotaged your relationship because they were afraid of their own feelings, afraid of how much they cared about you, afraid of the vulnerability that comes with truly letting someone into your heart. The Six of Cups can show someone who associates deep love with pain or loss, perhaps because of childhood trauma or past relationship wounds that were never properly healed. So they hurt you before you could hurt them, they broke your connection before it could break them, and now they are left with all these beautiful memories of what you two had together, knowing that they destroyed it with their own hands. The Six of Cups is showing me that they replay those happy moments over and over, torturing themselves with what could have been if they had been brave enough to stay. The fourth card that appeared was the Page of Pentacles, and this brings such interesting energy about new beginnings and opportunities that were sabotaged. The Page of Pentacles represents someone who is studious, practical, focused on learning and building something solid for the future. This card often appears when someone is starting a new educational path, career opportunity, or practical venture. I am strongly sensing that this person either blocked your progress in some area of study or career development, or they promised to help you with educational or professional advancement and then failed to follow through. The Page of Pentacles can represent going back to school, learning new skills, starting an apprenticeship, or launching a new business venture. Did this person offer to teach you something, mentor you professionally, help you get into a program or school, provide references or connections for your career? The Page energy suggests that you were genuinely excited about learning and growing, approaching some new opportunity with enthusiasm and dedication, but then this person either withdrew their support or actively sabotaged your efforts. There is something particularly cruel about blocking someone's educational or professional growth because it affects their future potential and life trajectory. The Page of Pentacles represents hope for the future, excitement about what you can become, dedication to improving yourself and your circumstances. When someone interferes with that energy, they are not just hurting you in the moment, they are potentially damaging your entire future path. I keep getting this image of you with books, applications, studying materials, preparing for some important opportunity, putting in all this time and effort, believing that this person was in your corner supporting your dreams. And then at a crucial moment, they either pulled their support, gave negative references, withheld information you needed, or somehow sabotaged your progress. The Page of Pentacles is also about being dependable and trustworthy, qualities that this person clearly lacks. They may have presented themselves as reliable and supportive, but when it came time to actually follow through on their promises, they revealed their true character. They were willing to let you fail rather than honor their commitments to you. This is the kind of betrayal that cuts especially deep because it attacks your dreams and your future. It is one thing to hurt someone emotionally in the moment, but it is another level of cruelty to damage someone's opportunities for growth and advancement. The Page of Pentacles shows me that you had such pure intentions, such genuine excitement about improving yourself and your life, and they crushed that innocent enthusiasm. But here is what the universe wants you to know. The opportunities that were blocked by this person were not your only path to success. The Page of Pentacles is also telling me that new opportunities, better opportunities, more aligned opportunities are coming your way. This person may have closed one door, but the universe is opening windows you have not even discovered yet. The fifth card that emerged was Two of Pentacles, and this immediately showed me the juggling act this person has been performing, trying to manage their guilt, their public image, their other relationships, and their fear of consequences from what they did to you. The Two of Pentacles represents trying to balance multiple priorities, manage competing demands, and keep several balls in the air at once. This person is absolutely exhausted from trying to maintain their normal life while carrying the secret of what they did to you. They are constantly shifting their energy between putting on a happy face for their friends, family, colleagues, and dealing with the internal turmoil of knowing they wronged you. It is like they are living a double life, and the effort required to maintain that facade is wearing them down. I can see them losing sleep, struggling to concentrate at work, having difficulty enjoying activities they used to love, all because they cannot escape the mental loop of what they did to you and how they should handle it. The Two of Pentacles shows someone who is off balance, trying to manage too many things at once, never able to fully relax or be present because they are always worried about keeping their various stories straight. There is also this energy of them trying to balance their guilt against their pride, their desire to make things right with you against their fear of the consequences if they admit what they did. Every day they go back and forth. Should they reach out to you and confess? Should they continue avoiding you and hope it blows over? Should they try to make amends somehow without actually acknowledging their wrongdoing? The Two of Pentacles can also represent financial juggling, and I am getting the sense that their betrayal of you may have created ongoing financial complications in their life. If they stole from you, cheated you out of money, or reneged on financial agreements, they may now be struggling to balance their finances because they are either trying to replace what they took or they are facing financial consequences from their actions. I keep seeing this person checking their phone obsessively, maybe hoping to hear from you, maybe dreading that they will hear from you. They cannot decide if silence from you means you have moved on and they are safe, or if it means you are planning something and they should be worried. The Two of Pentacles shows this constant mental back and forth that is absolutely exhausting. Their relationships with other people are also suffering because they cannot be fully present or authentic when they are carrying this secret. They may be snapping at people who do not deserve it, withdrawing from social activities, or overcompensating by trying to be extra generous or helpful to others as a way to balance out the guilt they feel about you. The Two of Pentacles is ultimately about finding balance, but this person cannot find balance as long as they are living with unresolved guilt and the fear of consequences. They are trapped in this exhausting cycle of mental gymnastics, trying to justify their actions to themselves while simultaneously knowing that what they did was wrong. The sixth card that appeared was the Ten of Cups, and this is where the reading takes a beautiful turn because this card represents ultimate emotional fulfillment, family harmony, and dreams coming true. But in this context, the Ten of Cups is showing me what this person destroyed when they betrayed you, and it is also showing me what the universe is preparing to restore in your life. I'm getting such powerful visions of what your relationship could have been if this person had chosen love over fear, truth over deception, courage over cowardice. The Ten of Cups represents the happiest possible outcome in emotional relationships, the fairy tale ending, the sense of having found your person and building a beautiful life together. You and this person had the potential for something truly magnificent. I can see glimpses of the future you could have shared, a home filled with love and laughter, emotional security and deep understanding, possibly children or creative projects that would have been expressions of your combined love. The Ten of Cups is the card of emotional completion, and you two had all the ingredients for that level of happiness. But this person looked at that potential future and got scared. The Ten of Cups requires vulnerability, commitment, the willingness to be completely known by another person. It requires emotional maturity and the ability to work through difficulties together rather than running away when things get challenging. This person was not ready for that level of intimacy and responsibility. So they sabotaged your Ten of Cups future, but here is what the universe wants you to understand. They did not destroy your capacity for that level of happiness. The Ten of Cups energy is still yours to claim, just not with this person. In fact, by removing themselves from your path, they have actually made space for someone who is ready to build that kind of beautiful life with you. The Ten of Cups is also about family and community support, and I am seeing that the people who truly love you are rallying around you during this difficult time. your real family, your chosen family, your true friends, they can see how this person hurt you, and they are sending you so much love and support. You are not alone in this, even though it may sometimes feel that way. I also want you to pay attention to your dreams and intuitive visions over the coming weeks, because the Ten of Cups energy is going to start showing you glimpses of your actual future, the one that is meant for you. You may start having dreams about your true soulmate, about the home you will create, about the life you are building toward. The universe is preparing you for something beautiful. The betrayal from this person was painful, but it was also necessary to clear your path for something better. The Ten of Cups cannot be built on a foundation of lies and deception. Your future happiness required a clean slate, and this person's actions, while hurtful, have given you exactly that. The seventh card that came through was the Three of Swords. And I have to be honest, when I saw this card, my heart just ached for you because I could feel the depth of pain this person caused you. The Three of Swords is the card of heartbreak, betrayal, painful truth, and emotional wounds that cut deep into the soul. This was not just a casual disappointment or minor letdown. What this person did to you pierced your heart in a way that felt like it might never heal. The Three of Swords represents the kind of pain that takes your breath away, that makes you question everything you thought you knew about love and trust and human goodness. I can feel how this betrayal caught you completely off guard. You trusted this person completely. You believed in them. You were vulnerable with them in ways that you had maybe never been vulnerable with anyone else. And they took that sacred trust and they shattered it, not through carelessness or misunderstanding, but through deliberate choices that prioritize their own interests over your well-being. The Three of Swords is showing me that this was not just about the specific action they took against you. It was about the realization that someone you loved was capable of hurting you so deeply. It shattered some of your faith in people, in love, in your own judgment. You started questioning everything, wondering if you had been naive, wondering if you could ever trust your own instincts again. There were probably nights when you could not sleep, days when you could barely function, moments when you felt like the pain was going to consume you completely. The Three of Swords represents that raw, overwhelming grief that comes not just from loss, but from betrayal. It is the pain of realizing that someone you gave your heart to was not worthy of that gift. But here is what I need you to understand about the Three of Swords. While it represents deep pain, it also represents necessary truth. Sometimes we need our hearts to be broken open so that we can see clearly, so that we can release what is not truly meant for us, so that we can make space for what is meant for us. The Three of Swords is also about the strength that comes from surviving heartbreak. You have been through the fire, you have felt the deepest pain that love can bring, and you are still here. You are still standing. You are still capable of love and joy and hope. That is not weakness. That is incredible strength. I can also see that this heartbreak has given you a new level of empathy and wisdom. You understand now what real betrayal feels like, which means you will be able to recognize genuine loyalty and trustworthiness when it appears in your life. You understand the value of authentic love because you have experienced the devastation that comes from false love. The Three of Swords is painful, but it is also purifying. It burns away illusions and fantasies and wishful thinking, leaving behind truth and clarity and strength. This person broke your heart, but they also freed you from a connection that was not serving your highest good. The eighth card that emerged was the Nine of Pentacles, and this brings such beautiful energy of independence, self-sufficiency, and material abundance that you create through your own efforts. The Nine of Pentacles represents someone who has worked hard to build security and luxury in their life, someone who enjoys the fruits of their own labor and does not need to depend on others for their happiness or security. This card is showing me your future, the life you are building for yourself, independent of this person who betrayed you. The Nine of Pentacles is about achieving success through discipline, patience, and consistent effort. You are not going to be dependent on anyone else for your happiness or security ever again. I can see you in a beautiful space that you created and paid for with your own money, surrounded by things that bring you joy, living exactly the way you want to live without having to compromise or negotiate with anyone. The Nine of Pentacles represents the luxury of complete authenticity, being able to make choices based purely on what makes you happy rather than what makes someone else happy. There is something so empowering about the Nine of Pentacles energy, because it shows someone who has learned that the only person you can truly rely on is yourself. You are going to build such a strong foundation of self-reliance and self-respect that no one will ever be able to destabilize you the way this person did. The Nine of Pentacles also represents attracting abundance through alignment with your authentic self. When you stop trying to please people who do not deserve your energy, when you stop compromising your values for people who do not share them, when you start living completely true to yourself, the universe starts sending you opportunities and resources that are perfectly matched to who you really are. I can see money flowing to you from unexpected sources, opportunities appearing that are perfectly aligned with your skills and interests, people entering your life who appreciate and celebrate who you truly are. The Nine of Pentacles is about earned abundance, the wealth and success that comes from being disciplined and consistent in pursuing what actually matters to you. This person may have thought they were destroying your opportunities when they betrayed you, but they actually liberated you to pursue opportunities that are much better suited to your authentic self. The Nine of Pentacles shows that you are going to be more successful on your own than you ever would have been trying to build something with someone who was not truly committed to your shared success. The independence represented by the Nine of Pentacles is not about shutting people out or becoming cold and cynical. It is about being so secure in yourself, so clear about your worth, so confident in your ability to create the life you want, that you only allow people into your inner circle who genuinely enhance your life, rather than people who drain your energy or undermine your goals. You are entering a phase where you are going to be very selective about who gets access to your time, energy, and emotional investment. The Nine of Pentacles teaches us that not everyone deserves a seat at the table of your life, and it is not selfish to reserve your best energy for people who reciprocate your care and respect. The ninth card that appeared was the Devil, and when I saw this card, I immediately understood why this person has been avoiding you. The Devil represents bondage, addiction, unhealthy patterns, and being trapped by your own worst impulses and desires. This person is not avoiding you because they do not care. They are avoiding you because they are ashamed of the darkness within themselves that caused them to hurt you. The Devil shows someone who is controlled by their shadow side, their jealousy, greed, fear, pride, or other negative emotions that drive them to make choices they know are wrong. This person looked at your light, your goodness, your potential, and instead of being inspired by it, they were threatened by it. They allowed their own insecurities and inner darkness to turn them against you. I am getting such strong energy around jealousy and envy. This person saw something in you that they wish they had, whether it was your natural gifts, your opportunities, your relationships with other people, your inner peace, or your connection to your own intuition and spirituality. Instead of celebrating your gifts or trying to cultivate similar qualities in themselves, they decided to tear you down. The Devil can also represent addictive behaviors, and I am sensing that this person may struggle with some form of addiction or compulsive behavior that contributed to their betrayal of you. This could be addiction to money, power, attention, validation from others, substances, gambling, or any number of things that created a compulsion stronger than their love for you. When someone is controlled by addiction or unhealthy patterns, they will sacrifice anything and anyone to feed that addiction. They may genuinely love you, but if their addiction demands that they choose between you and their fix, they will choose the addiction every time. This is the bondage that the Devil represents, being so controlled by destructive patterns that you cannot make healthy choices even when you want to. The Devil is also about deception and manipulation, both of others and of yourself. This person probably told themselves all kinds of lies to justify what they did to you. They convinced themselves that you would be fine, that you deserved it somehow, that they had no choice, that everyone does things like this, that they would make it up to you later. The devil shows how we lie to ourselves to make our worst behavior seem acceptable. But here's the thing about the devil card. It represents bondage that is largely self-imposed. The chains around the figures in the devil card are loose enough that they could remove them if they chose to. This person is not trapped by circumstances beyond their control. They are trapped by their own unwillingness to face their shadow, take responsibility for their actions, and do the hard work of change. They could reach out to you and confess what they did. They could take responsibility and try to make amends. They could get help for whatever underlying issues drove them to betray you. But the devil energy shows someone who would rather stay in familiar darkness than step into the unknown territory of growth and accountability. The reason they are avoiding you is because you represent the light they turned away from. Looking at you reminds them of who they could be if they were willing to face their demons and do better. But that kind of transformation requires courage and commitment that they do not currently possess. The final card that came through was Justice, and I literally got chills when I saw this card because it represents the cosmic balance that is about to be restored in your situation. Justice is the card of karma, fairness, truth coming to light, and people receiving exactly what they deserve based on their actions. The Justice card is telling me that everything this person did to you has been recorded in the cosmic ledger, and payment is now due. The universe operates on perfect balance, and when someone causes harm, that harm must be balanced by an equal measure of consequence. There is no escaping this universal law. I am seeing this person starting to experience consequences that seem unrelated to their treatment of you, but are actually directly connected through the web of cosmic justice. They may be facing problems in their career, their finances, their health, their other relationships, or their reputation. These are not random difficulties. They are the universe balancing the scales. The Justice card often indicates legal issues, contracts, or official proceedings, and I would not be surprised if this person ends up facing some kind of formal accountability for their actions. Whether through legal channels, professional disciplinary action, or public exposure of their behavior, the truth about what they did is going to come to light. But justice is not just about punishment. It is also about vindication for those who have been wronged. The Justice card is promising that your truth is going to be acknowledged, your pain is going to be validated, and your integrity is going to be recognized. People are going to see clearly who was right and who was wrong in this situation. I can see apologies coming to you, not just from this person, but from others who may have initially doubted your version of events or failed to support you when you needed it. The Justice card shows truth emerging in a way that cannot be denied or dismissed. And everyone who was involved in this situation is going to have to confront reality. The Justice card is also about receiving what you are truly owed, and this may manifest as financial compensation, professional opportunities, public recognition, or simply the satisfaction of seeing this person face the consequences of their choices. Whatever they took from you, the universe is going to ensure that you receive equal or greater value in return. But the most beautiful aspect of the Justice card is that it represents your own inner sense of rightness being restored. You may have gone through a period of doubting yourself, wondering if you were overreacting or being too sensitive, or somehow to blame for what happened. The Justice card is confirming that your feelings were valid, your anger was justified, and your decision to protect yourself was wise. Justice also represents making decisions from a place of wisdom and moral clarity rather than emotion. As this situation resolves, you are going to find yourself responding from a centered, balanced place rather than from pain or anger. You are going to handle whatever comes with grace and dignity, which will only further highlight the contrast between your character and theirs. The timing of this Justice energy feels imminent. I am seeing things accelerating quickly, probably within the next few weeks or months. The universe has been building this case against this person, gathering evidence, lining up circumstances, and now everything is ready to unfold. Now let me share with you what all of these cards together are telling me about your situation. This is someone who had genuine feelings for you, someone who recognized your value and your light, but who was ultimately too damaged, too immature, or too controlled by their own darkness to be worthy of your love. They made choices that they knew would hurt you, choices driven by fear, jealousy, greed, or other shadow emotions. They may have convinced themselves at the time that they had good reasons, but deep down, they knew they were betraying someone who trusted them, someone who deserved better. The guilt and shame of what they did has been eating them alive. They cannot face you because they cannot face themselves. Every day they are reminded of their failure to be the person you believed they were, their failure to live up to the potential you saw in them, their failure to choose love over fear. But their avoidance and their internal suffering are just the beginning. The universe is preparing to balance the scales in a much more dramatic way. This person is going to face consequences that make them deeply regret their choices, not just because of what they will lose, but because they will finally understand the full extent of what they gave up when they betrayed you. Meanwhile, you are being prepared for a completely different kind of future. The pain they caused you has been transforming you, strengthening you, clarifying your values and your boundaries. You are becoming someone who will never again accept less than you deserve, someone who can spot deception and manipulation from a mile away, someone who values genuine character over superficial charm. The universe is also preparing to bring people into your life who will celebrate your light instead of trying to dim it, who will support your dreams instead of sabotaging them, who will choose you every day instead of running away when love gets real. Your justice is coming, beautiful Pisces, and it is going to be even more satisfying than you can imagine, because it will not just be about this person getting what they deserve. It will be about you finally receiving everything you deserve. The love, respect, opportunities, recognition, and happiness that this person tried to steal from you are all going to be restored with interest. I want you to trust in the timing of the universe. I know it has been painful to wait, to wonder if they will ever face consequences for their actions, to feel like maybe they got away with hurting you. But cosmic justice operates on a timeline that is different from our human impatience. The universe has been preparing the perfect response to their actions, and when it unfolds, it will be undeniable and complete. Keep focusing on your own healing and growth. Keep building the beautiful, authentic life that you deserve. Keep your heart open to the genuine love and opportunities that are headed your way. And most importantly, keep trusting your intuition, because it was right about this person all along, and it will continue to guide you toward everything that is truly meant for you.